everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Deborah, aka the Sunset Girl Creates, and today we're working on American Roots by Chuck Pinson. We're continuing to work on this next section. We have moved on from the section below. I've flipped it over, so you're going to be seeing it look like this now. The picture will look like this, and we're working on the other half of the door and the rocking chair, and we have part of the flag and this here. So that's the area within the area we're working. Today we'll be using our Homemade by Jim's shop. You can go check out his pens. He's got some beautiful pens. I really love this pen. It's light and really easy to use, as well as we're using our multi-placer from Lexi Lily Crafts. It is an 8-placer, and I have a 6-placer as well. And I kind of bought them to gradually go up to where I could become really good using the 8-placer, and I think I've really gotten there. We've graduated on from the purple to the yellow. I did do purple twice. It made it one full day, but that's because I didn't do a whole lot of diamond painting that day. But then yesterday when I did do a whole lot of diamond painting, I had to change that wax out after I got this section done. Or finished this section here that I was working on up here. And when I transitioned down here, before I laid any diamonds, I had to put the purple, put a new batch in the tip. I had been working outside, so then I moved on to using the purple, and this morning I had to change it out because it was just not working well, right? I have a feeling if it works well with ABs right at the beginning, it's not going to last well in the humidity, but I do want to test that out. I do have a spreadsheet and chart hanging up that's in my laptop right now that we'll go over once all 10 have been used. So we are on number 2. It worked immediately on ABs. I never even had to worry. There was never one getting stuck or anything. So today we'll also be using our tray from My 3D Designs, and it's got the stopper that you can buy separately. Make sure you get the right one so it snaps, and then I don't have to worry when I pull my drills out. I'm also using my Beadsmith that I got from Amazon. You can get them picked up pretty much anywhere if you just look for it. They're really reasonably cheap, $1.29 or something. They're reusable, so say you go to use it and it doesn't seem to work anymore. All you need to do is get a cotton ball with a little bit of alcohol, and it's okay. I really absorb the alcohol in my pens, or in my cotton ball, and I put more than I need, so I end up squeezing it out, but that's okay. I'd rather have more than I need than less than I need, right? Doesn't that make a little sense? So I just put a little alcohol on a cotton swab, and I clean the bottom, and then I clean the top, and it's instantly ready to go because it dries automatic. Alcohol dries like instantaneously. I don't know. There you go. That quick. It is real super quick. So it's not one that I spend a whole lot of time with, because it does go quick, right? My drills are not sitting on my pin correctly. There we go. And so I don't spend a whole lot of time thinking about it, or those went down there, thinking about or worrying about it, because I don't know. Anyways, today we'll also be working on, or we'll be reading our article from the Diamond Art Club blog. And our article is 5 diamond painting storage tips. So we're going to get some storage tips. Anything going on today? Yesterday we spent the day outside. We watched my husband's game show he likes, and then we went outside, enjoyed the beauty of the day until it started storming outside and thunder and that kind of stuff. And before it got any closer, I decided I was ready to come inside. Now, I'm not scared of thunder and lightning in the sense of, how do I put this? That it's going to hurt me. Yes, I know that people get hit with lightning every day, and they all tend to survive. They don't all survive, but some do. You know, and I'm in a covered area. It's really safe where we sit. So I feel we're pretty safe, right? And so I can stay there a little longer because I'm not like out in the open. If you're out in the open or you're like around a whole lot of water, then I would recommend you getting out of there as fast as possible. But if it's just a little bit of lightning, I think I'll be okay. I'm not gonna die from just a little bit of lightning, right? And so until the wind really started kicking up, you know, when I can hear, I took the plastic off of this, so there's no more plastic. I don't hear that plastic rattling sound. But when I can start feeling it, and it's stronger than my fan that I keep on to, then it's about time to go inside. So then we came inside and we watched a few shows. We caught up on Lego Masters. That's a really fun show. We love watching Lego Masters. My husband is a huge Lego fan. He loves doing Legos. He's not really the type of person to take Legos and sit there and just use his imagination and build. He doesn't have that kind of brain, he says. So he prefers to have them in kits where it tells him what to do. Because he loves making beautiful things. He just doesn't know how to do it from scratch. But he finds it real fascinating when he watches people who can just take a whole drawer full of Legos and turn it into these really cool things. I mean, the first episode we caught up on, it was the hats episode. So I had to build a hat that they could walk down the runway in, and then stop at the end of the runway and pose for 5 seconds without it falling or breaking. And it was really fascinating to see the different things that came from different people, you know? It was really, really cool. So we watched that. I'm not going to tell you anymore. That's just the synopsis of it, because I don't want to give the storyline away. Or the results away. And then the next one we watched, what did they could build anything they wanted, but it had to start from a brick hanging from a wire. And they had to build this, whatever design they were going to do, and build it up. And it has to start from that little brick hanging on the wire. So not only do they have to build it, but they have to build it on the wire, right? that was a cool one. I enjoyed that one. We had a couple we saw a couple falls, but it wasn't bad. They did really good at really stabilizing them, knowing that they would be hanging. So we didn't see too many breaks or too many falls, which I was pretty amazed. I mean, I'm afraid to pick up Legos because I'm just the type of person who would sit there and play with them and build things. And I wouldn't need a kit to do it, right? And I don't want to make my husband feel bad. So I try not. I just don't get into Legos. I let him and our grandson do the Legos in the family, and my sister. They're all Lego fans. My sister used Legos for many years teaching and helping her teach. It was a great teaching aid from her, and that's where she got most of her Legos, from different grants. And when the school shut down, she had the opportunity to take the Legos with her, so she grabbed all the Legos and she took them with her. So I'm really glad that she got them. She has a whole room full of them. She's got like 10,000 Legos. So yeah, she's got lots of Legos. I'm gonna turn on my fans. Let me reach over here real quick. I have a bunch of cords and bars and lights, but I think I have our lighting set up about right now. So what's next? I think that's about it. Today I think we've got a lot of errands to run and take care of, and then once we're done with that, I think it's going to be able to relax. It is a very busy day. My errands start in about an hour and a half, so I need to get this video done and processing so I can get on the way and do the other things that I need to do today. So we're going to read our article, 5 Diamond Painting Storage Tips, from June 27th, 2020. Let me grab a drink real quick. Okay. Many people find diamond painting projects to be relaxing and fun, but each piece of art can take a lot of time, take quite a bit of time and patience. As you're working on your new project, or maybe this is your first time trying diamond art, you may be wondering how you're supposed to store all your beads, tools, and accessories. There are dozens of great ways to keep your supplies organized and easy to locate. Whether you want to invest in an organizer or you're willing to get more creative and try some DIY ideas, we've compiled everything we know about diamond painting storage to help you find the right organizer to keep everything tidy. How to store diamond painting supplies and accessories. So, find or make an organizer. So before you start to put your supplies together in a systematic way, you'll need to invest in a diamond painting organizer. You can either purchase a craft storage kit or use household items if you're in a pinch. You'll need small organizers to hold all of your diamond beads. It's important to keep extra organizers around for when you purchase a new diamond art kit with different bead colors that you don't already have stored. And then, so holding on to excess beads may not seem necessary, but it may come in handy on a future project if you run out of a specific color or lose a few beads and need replacements. When organizing beads, you need to ensure that you are organizing your beads by their number. Otherwise, it's easy to accidentally mix up colors that look alike. To store your individual bead containers, you can invest in a larger plastic organizer that has room for your beads, tools, and other accessories, keeping everything in one place and easy to locate. So, I have boxes that I've had shipped to me from Easy Whim for my monthly subscriptions when I did get monthly subscriptions. And I use those to organize my excess beads when I'm done. So when I'm done organizing and getting them ready, and I've finished my project, right? Now I'm in the kit down stage. There is lots of things that come into play. Where do I put everything that I kit down, right? So most of the things I kit down are going to be my painting, which is either going to get framed and put up on the wall, or it's going to get put back in the box so that it can be ready to put on the wall as soon as I figured out the layout of my diamond painting wall that I'm going to be doing. It's basically wallpaper. I'm going to wallpaper part of a wall. And it's all going to be diamond paintings. I'm so excited. I can't wait to get this project off the ground. I have a couple more paintings I want to get done before I get started. But I will be doing the layout soon. So I have to make sure that I have room that the minion painting on this wall will fit, right? Because the minion painting is going to be the centerpiece of the wallpaper. The reason that it's the centerpiece is because it's 6 foot long by almost 2 feet wide, or tall, right? And so because of that, I need to make sure that it's going to fit nicely on that wall. And like I said, I'm going to have to try to figure out how to keep the Bud light up there. So I'll probably have to figure out how I'm going to do it and go around it. Plus underneath, and it will end at the top of my shelving unit that I have there on that wall. So there's a few things that have to kind of be figured out. And so that's why I'm going to basically make a drawing of the part of the wall that I'm going to use with the proper measurements, so that I can ensure that when I put the 6 foot painting in there, it's going to fit around everything. So, because I want to make sure that it's going to fit and everything's going to be right before I start. And that means I need to have a few more paintings. I have quite a few that are done and waiting to go on the wall. I have a lot of little ones. I have some big ones. And I have the gigantic one, which will be the centerpiece. And so I really, before I could start the project, number one, the centerpiece had to be done, right? And so we got that done. Then I needed a few more paintings to include. And so I think I have enough paintings now to do the wall. And so now I just need to make sure that each one fits and that they have a place on the wall, right? Wrong side, wrong one. I just need to make sure that they have a place on the wall and their place is not lost. That they all have a place and everything works fine and everything's getting along. People are moving along the way they're supposed to. And we just really have to make sure that everything works out, right? And so that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to make sure that everything works out. And that everything comes along and works out just fine, right? I'm just going to have to do 7 and then... Okay. So, this is my fault that they're sticking to the wax, because I put so much pressure trying to organize them. I can't even get them out with my fingernail. I have to literally dig them out. Okay, there. My bad. I shouldn't have done that. Okay. So number 2 is labeling your containers. So I think you have to remember that you need to label things so you know what they are, right? Like I'm going to be making up a bunch of labels in my label maker, my silhouette basically, and I can make labels out of it, right? So I'll make labels and we'll go from there. So I can make labels a couple different ways. I can use labels from create them on my computer. I have to be very careful. This wax does not like to be pressed on hard, and I can sometimes be a hard presser, either when I pick up or when I lay the drills down. I can be a hard presser, so I have to be really, really careful, because that's my biggest issue about drills sticking to the glue, is because I press too hard down too hard, and you end up being able to tell because my multi-placers bulge out a little bit, and I know they're not supposed to do that, but it is what it is. So I have two of them and they both do that now. If you've already, okay, so labeling your containers. The key to creating good organizing habits is to be thorough and spend the extra time labeling your accessories. In this case, mainly your extra beads. If you already have a collection of diamond beads, you may want to create a different bead organization section for extra beads that could be useful. From this point on, anytime you have extra beads or start a new project with beads, immediately create a small bead organizer section for each color and label them by number according to the diamond art painting instructions. This will bring your organization to the next level and make it super simple to locate the right color beads. So here's the thing. If your numbers don't come on like diamond art where they've got all the numbers with the symbols and everything just kind of laid out for you, and all you have to just cut them out and put them on. The new ones are pre-cut, so now you don't have to on the newer diamond paintings. I think I have 2, maybe 3 of those. However, if you don't have that, there's ways to do it without having to buy and invest in an expensive, what do they call it? Label makers. Label makers, expensive label makers. You can literally take your, either from your canvas or from the sheet that comes with it, right? Because they give you an inventory sheet most of the time. Somehow there's some kind of inventory that's going to tell you what symbol and what bead goes with it, right? They're going to eventually tell you that. They have to, because you don't know where to put them. So you need to take those, and you can make a photocopy of them, right? Put them on paper, cut it so that it's a nice straight line, nice, and then you put them through a Xyron sticker maker. Now, a Xyron sticker maker costs about $10, where a label maker costs way more than that. So, I mean, and then you can just peel them. It makes a sticker, is what the Xyron sticker maker is it makes it into a sticker. So you can basically cut out the stickers and put them on your pots. And it's all ready to go for you. You take that paper and you create stickers. It's pretty simple, right? So, to put away your supplies after use. So, do you have a place that you keep where when you're done with a painting, you have a place to put your supplies away at? So, when I'm done with my painting, I have to unkit, because right now I have probably all of my storage units being used. And so, because I have paintings that I started, realized I couldn't do it out here, or oh man, I really want to get started on the minions. So there's lots of reasons why I have, various reasons I have put them down at various times. But when I do, I have to put the kit, because I kitted them up, they have to go right where they go on the dresser next to where I hang them. That way I know where they are. I also have a big wicker basket full of diamond paintings and beads. So I have them stashed in a couple different places. Places that I'm hoping will keep them safe. We got really lucky. We had Tropical Storm Elsa come through, and I'm happy to announce that I had no leaking in my roof this time. Every time we get a storm, I get roofing. I was getting rain in my foundation, and it was coming up on my carpet in a couple of the rooms. I didn't have that issue, as well as we would have rain coming in. What happened since last year to this year is I told you we had that. Sorry, you heard me get upset with my dog. She jumped up on the back and put a bunch of flares on her camera, and I had to fix it. So, we were talking about putting away supplies after use. Because diamond painting requires a lot of different little parts, it's easy for some of them to get lost in the shuffle, which is why it's so important to put your tools away after each use. This will help uphold your new organization system and ensure that you don't lose any vital pieces. We recommend keeping some extra wax on hand or other household items like blue tack, as well as a few extra applicator tools and drill bits in case your set becomes damaged. Use a large diamond painting organizer for these types of tools to get creative, and use other items around the house as a makeshift organizer. So it's really how you set up your crafts. So if you've got your crafts set up in a room and you have everything put in their spot, then you know what it's like to have everything in its place, right? So when you're done with your project, you put it back in place, and you know where to find everything the next time you start your project. I have two areas. I have an area that sits next to me on my couch, which is where we are now. And then I have an area I have my whole office, right? And so I have a couple different areas that I can basically store stuff, right? So I have to make sure that when I'm storing stuff, what goes where, right? I need to make sure that everything is where I want it and where I need it next time I do a kit. So when I'm done, my beads always go in the office until I can get them dekitted, which is usually the same day, right? So I know where those are. I dekit them, and then I have a whole new kit to get organizing tray to get started. I really enjoy them. I have like 2 more that have to be dekitted, and they're sitting there waiting, and I haven't gotten to them. It's really easy when you have multiple sets to just throw one set out and grab another, and because you're so excited to get started on a new painting, right? So make sure you put things away and that you put them in there properly. So store in progress paintings properly. So how do you know if you're storing your paintings that you're currently working on properly? There's more to diamond painting storage than simply organizing your tools. Most people do not complete an entire diamond painting in one sitting, so you need to have a way to store your in-progress projects. Some people may leave their paintings on a table in the dining room or office, but you need to be able to pack away your painting to make room for guests to come over or create a space in your work area. Create a DIY portfolio cover by using 2 pieces of cardboard that are large enough to cover your painting. Then staple them together at the top and side. Now you can easily slide your project into the folder and keep it safe until the next time you decide to work on it. So, I never put my paintings away, okay, until they're done. Either they're done or I'm moving on to something different because I'm bored with what I'm doing now. And sometimes it's not always that I'm bored doing what I'm doing now either. It could just be because there's a diamond painting in there that's been calling my name for months, right? Calling my name. And that was kind of, I had started a small minions, or a small butterfly, but the minions was in there in my closet, and it had been calling my name for a while, and I finally just listened to it, and I took it for its word, and I started it. I had to put away the painting that I was working on and pull out another painting because I had to do the minions. I haven't since pulled that butterfly back out. It is still kitted up. It still sits in the closet. It is protected, and how I protect it is I have all of the release papers. So I have 2 different size release papers. Do I have one back here that's about... I'm just checking to see in my stash if I have a short one. I do. So I have 2 different sizes. And when I put them away, so I have this size, and then I have this size. So if I put them on top of each other, you can kind of see the size difference, right? If I put it corner to corner, you basically have about a third of an inch here, and probably really close to 3/4 of an inch here longer, right? So I have a little bit of room. So I have 2 sets of them. And what I do is I take those release papers and I put them on the paintings before they go hang. And then I take and hang them by a hanger. And when I say hang them by a hanger, I have a bunch of those pant hangers. And so I hang them from pant hangers. You can hang multiple paintings with one hanger. So I only have a few hangings, but I need to start putting more and more up there so that they're hanging to protect them a little bit better. Some that are in that wicker basket. But, you know, we put them away where we think is going to be best to protect them, right? So there's many ways of protecting your diamond paintings. In-process diamond paintings are probably the most important to protect, because if you have like this section here that's only partially done, you don't want this glue showing through, right? And I did some adjustments with how I have my papers, because after this row is done, I have 1.5 rows left to go to finish the painting. So I kind of adjusted, and I have about 3 lines up here that also need to be completed as I complete this. Sometimes I remember to put it up there, sometimes I don't. It's mostly greens. I will have those same colors throughout there, so I'm not too concerned if I catch them or if I miss them. Because I will be able to catch them when I'm actually doing those 2 sections. So I'm okay with that if I miss it. But I have to protect this glue, right? And if this painting is not going to, if this painting is going to sit more than 24 hours, and I'm telling you, they usually don't. They're usually no longer than 12. But I will take my release papers and lay them back over, right? To protect the glue. So I just want to protect my glue. I'm not doing it any more than just protecting my glue, right? And now you say, well, what about those other parts up there? So I basically try to get about in the middle of where that is and try to really just get as much coverage, because with the diamonds on, I have to really be careful. Right now it's fine, but as I get more diamonds on it, it becomes harder to keep the release papers on. So I keep release papers on overnight, and that protects it, right? And I don't even hardly do that. I usually just pick it up and put it up. It's really in a safe spot. It's up high from the dogs. During the time that it's usually up there, the dogs are usually out of this room anyways. The fan next to it is typically turned off by that time. So there's not a whole lot of actual time that it's going to get dirty, right? And, you know, I sit outside with it. There's lots of ways, and I protect my diamond painting, don't get me wrong, because it's important to me to protect this because I'm working on it, right? And I don't want to have put all that work into the sections prior and then have this one ruined, right? Because I don't take care of it. No, I put too much time and effort not to take care of my diamond painting. So I take care of my diamond painting, right? Number 5, DIY painting storage. Need a storage option ASAP? Check out these household items that double as diamond painting storage while you're waiting for your organizer to arrive. Reused pill boxes. The perfect items to store extra beads. Pill boxes can keep your colors separated and organized without requiring you to purchase a new organizer. So only if you have pill bottles will that work, right? So that's a great way. A lot of people can do this one. Use egg cartons. So another great method for storing beads, egg cartons, are separated into small sections that can hold individual colors. Don't forget to write the color number in each individual section as you organize. So if you're a beginner and you don't have any organization, or say you get a diamond painting and you're out of town and you're somebody's house and you need to be able to organize the diamonds somehow, you can grab an egg carton, right? Now mind you, that's only going to hold 12, 18, or 24 colors, just depending on the size of your egg carton. So keep that in mind, because if your painting has 48 colors and you only have 24 eggs, then you're going to need a second carton, right? So you'll need 2 24 cartons for 48. So you just need to make sure you make sure to really prepare to make sure you have the proper amount. Repurpose old shoe boxes. If you're always looking for ways to recycle items you're planning to get rid of, put these old shoe boxes to good use by storing accessories like drills, wax, and tweezers in them. Label the outside of the box or turn it into a different project by paper macheing the exterior to avoid someone else accidentally throwing away the box. So, simply said, keep your supplies organized. So you don't want to sit down and diamond paint and find out that you don't have a diamond painting pen, right? Where do you keep your tools? I have a box that I keep in my living room that has everything I need to diamond paint. I have scissors if I need to cut something. I have 2 diamond painting pens. I have extra multi-placers. I have a file so that I can file off the edges of my tips as needed. I have 2 pairs of tweezers, both sharp and flat. I keep dryer sheets, wax. So I have a box that has all of that. And then some personal items that I kind of need on a regular basis. So I have that. And then I have organizers. So I have my tool, I have my beads. So let me show you again how I do my beads. So my beads are in these containers, right? And you see them all the time because it shows you. And then any extra beads that I have these little green like bags, and I just put them inside the bags. And then they don't get lost, right? So if I tip this over and the top of my thing and everything comes out, I'm not going to have to try to make sure I find every single one of these, right? Because they're in a bag. They're zipped up, they're closed, they're not going to get lost. So, you know, it's really important to think about when you're crafting, what is the type of storage you want to use? What kind of tools do you need? There's plenty of things to think about, right? And these extra things to think about sometimes can be overwhelming because you have to purchase these extra things you want, right? So if you want a pin like this, you have to purchase it somewhere. Or you use the pins that come with kits. If you want a tip, multi-placers come everywhere, but these curved multi-placers are not available but through Lexi and Lily Craft. So, as well as my tray and my pad, my tweezers. I buy my own tweezers because I have a preference on tweezers. I prefer my sharp ones to be bent. And I always have to have a pair of flats, okay? But I like my tweezers to kind of match. So they're not an exact match, but they still have the holographic iridescent colors to it. And because of that, I have everything at hand's reach. I may sit back here and have my diamond painting all ready to go and realize I leave my diamond painting pen on the coffee table. That's really the farthest way and farthest from me that I have any of my tools typically when I sit here. When I'm outside, I have a table that sits, we have one of those umbrella tables. We don't have the umbrella, but we do have the table. And we did have the umbrella for a long time till the wind took it out. And then, so we have that table and my diamond painting drills and my painting and my box that I keep with me are always on that table. So whenever I go anywhere, I always have my pink box. It has everything I need at my fingertips. So keep your supplies organized, right? Keeping a diamond painting is a rewarding feeling, and you may find yourself itching to start the next new project. If you're creating these paintings regularly, it's a good idea to invest in diamond painting storage by purchasing plastic containers or using household items to store your materials. With a strong organization system, it will be much better to track your accessories and avoid running into problems like broken, damaged, missing beads, or accessories. So basically, you want to stay organized. You want to be able to find your tools. You want to be able to find, if you need wax, do you have wax that sits next to you? Do you need micro dots? Do they sit next to you? You know, it's things like that you have to think about, right? My micro dots are about ready to go in this one. They've been in there probably 5 days now. Which is a good long length because I constantly diamond paint all day long typically, unless I have a bunch of errands to do, like today. I probably will finish the number 2, and then while the video is exporting, and then once I get it to there, I'll get it started on the upload into YouTube. So with that said, I hope you have a great day. Enjoy the warm summer wedding. If you're in the United States, stay warm. If you're outside the United States and you're in wintertime, currently we're about 90, 91 each day, so, and with a lot of humidity, which takes us over, feels like 100. But you know, if you turn on a fan outside, it's not so bad. So I bought a fan, and indoor-outdoor fan, and it sits out there, and I can use it anytime. So if you like this video, we'd love to have a thumbs up. If not, you can put a thumbs down, but please let us know in the comments why. We understand if you don't want to, that's fine, but we would appreciate any of the feedback. What else? If you want to be part of the Sunset Girl Creates family, we would love to have you subscribe. We currently have 10 subscribers. Yay! We did break up and come into the new millennium, basically, to say we're here, we're here, we're here. 10 subscribers means I went to double digits. All of those 10 subscribers are very important to me. So with that said, if you want to know when I upload a video, you just have to hit that little bell icon right next to the subscribe button, and that will send a notification to your phone to let you know that a video has been uploaded by me. So with that said, I want to thank everybody for coming and wishing you a wonderful rest of your day, and I will chat with you tomorrow. Bye-bye.